Well, howdy everybody. Hey, it's your old buddy Rip One. We're in the Picayune, right in front of the Picayune City Hall. We got a little errand to run today. We got to run over to the bank. We're going to run down to Silk Stocking. We may take a few pictures. So we're going to get out and enjoy a beautiful Sunday afternoon. Hey, as we roll up here and fixing to cross the old railroad track here, somebody roll that intro. There's my braking test for the day. Yeah, it's a beautiful Sunday afternoon, as we stated. It's a pretty blue sky. Had a little cool front come through. We got some rain yesterday. Did it rain yesterday? No, it didn't rain yesterday. It rained Friday evening. In the old town Picayune here. What are we riding? Well, we're riding the Andsky E300. Yeah, I brought it with me today. Number one, I like to ride it. Number two, I thought I might find a flower bush or something like that up here to take some pictures in front of it. Yeah, the flowers are blooming. Everything's turning green. I got a lot of pollen on this bike. I left it out there in the yard yesterday. I was working in the shed a little bit. I pushed it out in the yard. And it was covered. It was like a bumblebee. And out working in his yard. Yeah, I got a little deposit. I got to run over to the bank. Y'all been with me over here. It's usually on a Sunday. Once a month on a Sunday, I have to come and deposit a little money in this bank. God, this guy's stirring up the pollen. Look. Yes, sir. So I hope this beautiful day finds y'all healthy, happy, and well. So what's going on in Rip One's life? Well, we've been really busy. We've been doing some bike reviews, y'all know that. Trying to get them out. I made a statement on one of Russ's videos that somebody accused him of getting all this free stuff, except he had a few colorful expletives for it. And I made the statement to Russ. I said, Russ, none of this is free. And I can tell you, none of it's free. Yeah, the company, they don't require us to pay for it. But I can tell you this, I well pay for it. I've well paid for this bike right here. All right, y'all, let me drop this off. Yesterday, that old pollen is really bad today. My truck, I call it the pollinator, because it is just loaded up with the stuff. And there's the Harbor Freight over there. I was in there just the other day. Yeah, I was in there just the other day, and they had these vinyl gloves, you know, latex gloves that mechanics wear, and well, I wear them when I'm working on bikes and stuff like that. They had them for $4.98 a box. And I tell you what, I said, I went in there and bought two boxes, and that girl told me, she said, I'm glad you buying them when you did, because she said, after this weekend, they go back up to like $16 a box. Y'all remember back when COVID I mean, for people that wear gloves, like my wife uses them when she's mixing up hamburger meat and stuff like that. She uses them. I use them when I'm mechanicking and all that. But yeah, you couldn't hardly find them when the COVID come out, you know. Yeah, I tell y'all. Of course, if I told y'all I love this little bike, you're gonna say, well, you love everything. I do. I do love everything. Yeah, these e-bikes have really struck something on me. I tell you, I love to ride them. I love to tinker with them. I love to work on them. I love modifying them, accessorizing them. I don't do as much as what I used to because I got more of them now to work with. So yeah, I don't accessorize them too much now. But I do put me a suspension seat post on them. I put me a better seat on them. Some of them I put a different kind of stem, you know, with an adjustable stem that makes me feel a little bit more comfortable with it. Watch this bike stop. Look at that. Okay, that's mechanical brakes right there. Well, I tell you, I came up here today. I didn't go to Bay St. Louis. I was going to go to Bay St. Louis, but I didn't go simply for the fact. Yeah, look at these azaleas right here, y'all. Ain't that pretty? That's just plumb pretty right there. But yeah, I didn't go to the bay because number one, that wind. Look at that wind whipping Old Glory coming yonder. And if you're down there on that coast when that wind's blowing like that, it makes it really rough to ride a bike. I tell you, it does. Having a little market here today, railroad market. We may ride back through there if we get a chance. If we don't, I don't know. We'll see. Give a salute to Old Glory yonder. What else we've been up to? Well, there's somebody over there taking some pictures. Beautiful place to take pictures there at Jack Reed Park. Well, a couple weeks ago, Miss Susie Q and I bought us a pellet grill. And we are really enjoying that thing. I don't know. You ever had one of these days? I guess you could call it a wild hair or whatever. But I just thought so. You know, I think it's time we get us another grill. We've had all kind of barbecue grills and such as that. But I told Susan, I said, you know, I think it's time we get us another grill. I said, we've had barbecue grills, every kind you can imagine. We've had cheap ones, we've had expensive ones. Then we went to the Blackstone. Now I ain't discounting the Blackstone. That Blackstone's good. But I got a little one. But you go online and you go on YouTube and go type in grill or griddle or something like that. Outdoor grilling. And I'm gonna tell you, one of the first things that comes up and comes to mind is a pellet grill. And it uses these little pellets that looks like chicken feed. A little bigger than chicken feed. Of course, some of y'all never had chickens, may not know what chicken feed looks like, but it's pellets. Building a new field house here for the football team. That's what Grayson said it was. Grayson keeps up with it. So yeah, I went to Walmart and got to looking around. Looked at a few different types they had there. I looked at a Pit Boss, and you know, everybody's got their favorite, and they'll say, you know, it's kind of like e-bikes. You got to buy one of these kind, or that, you don't want that kind. Well, I knew Pit Boss was a very popular grill, and I knew Traeger was a very popular grill. So I mentioned it to Rich Kraft. He is out there in Surprise, Arizona, and he told me, he said, man, I've got one. I believe he's got the Traeger 34-inch. I don't know what model, but he probably got the one with the Wi-Fi and all that. He said, you won't go wrong with it. He said, you're gonna love it. So the next day, Susan and I went to Home Depot and we just bought the thing. We got the Traeger Pro 34 and we bought some apple pellets, apple flavored pellets. And I'm gonna tell y'all, whatever you cook in that apple with that apple flavored pellets, it will make you eat your fingers off. That stuff's so good. Let's see, what the first thing we cooked on it was some chicken, a chicken. She cut the back out of that chicken and then laid that thing flat down on the grill. And you know, it doesn't take more pellets than what you think either. And then some people may argue that fact, but it's according to what temperature you're cooking at. But I'm gonna tell you, I really, really love that pellet grill. Y'all, I'm gonna take a picture here. I always like to take a picture here of bikes. I'm sure these folks here won't mind. Such a beautiful scene here. Look at this, y'all, ain't this pretty? Yeah, everything just now starting to turn green, y'all. And it's really, really pretty. Dead end, no turnaround. That's fine. This is gray oak. Always got to come down gray oak. I wish I could get up in them people's yard. That would be pretty. They got some pretty flowers up in there. Guess we could punch that button right there and see if they'll let us up in there, huh? How you? I tell you who would like this little bike, because it reminds me a lot of Steve Crow's bike. Y'all know Steve, he's up in West Monroe. I've done it before, but I'll put his link there in my description there. Go check his channel out. I enjoy watching Steve, I tell you I do. Yeah, he's up in West Monroe, and I like the fact that he uses his bike for practical purposes. I mean, he goes to the parks and all, and he does, and he makes some nice rides, but I like the fact that he goes to Walmart and stuff like that. That's what I like to do. Some of the camellias are still blooming. But I can tell you about Steve. Steve, he runs, I believe that's a little electric 2.0 that he's got. He runs the fool out of that thing, man. So, I'm gonna tell you, Electric ought to send him another one of them. Or they ought to send him one of their latest models because of the publicity that they get with Steve riding their bike. Okay, y'all, I'm gonna stop here and take a picture. Okay, we got our pictures. Take him back off now. Yeah, it's pretty nice through here, y'all. Pretty good little hill right there. This little motor ain't had no trouble climbing it. You know, I try to watch all the channels that I can. Sometimes I miss a video or two, but I try to watch it. I try to watch them, you know. Ones that I normally watch. But I was sitting there the other day, still work a full-time job. But yeah, I still work a full-time job, y'all, and but sometimes while I'm working, if it's kind of quiet and I'm not on a conference call or some kind of work-related issue or whatever, I'll turn YouTube on and I'll listen. Sometimes I can't watch. But the other day I was listening to Steve, and you know, when something would happen on the video, whatever, I'd glance down at it. But anyway, he was in Walmart and he was looking for something for some tacos or something or another, and he picked up a pack of chicken and and it was a reduced price, and they had put the reduced price over the date. He laid it back down. I don't blame you there. So anyway, he picked up him a pack of what he calls hamburger meat. We just call it regular old ground meat. But of course, yeah, my mama wouldn't go to town to buy ground beef. My mama would buy hamburger meat. It was ground meat. But she called it hamburger meat. Well, that's what Steve calls it, is hamburger meat. So he went and got him some hamburger meat. He come back up there and was checking himself out there at the self-checkout at Walmart. He was videoing and trying to get things checked out and stuff like that. And I didn't notice it until I read the comments. And when I read the comments, our old buddy, pathetic Pedro told him, said, "Steve, you forgot to check out your drinks." Steve had picked up a 12-pack of, I think they was Diet Dr. Peppers or something like that. And Steve replied to his comment and said, "You know what?" Said, I didn't notice it until I looked back. Said, I didn't check it. I didn't. But he said, "I'm going to go right on back down there and pay for it." And I bet you Steve did. But I just thought, that's paying attention, Pedro. That Pedro was paying attention to the details there, because he recognized the fact that Steve didn't check out his drinks. I laughed. I said, "Man, that's good stuff right there. If you don't watch stuff like that, you're missing it. You're missing it." I like the lifestyle stuff. The stuff that it's just everyday life, and you put it on the camera, and yeah, and that's what happened. But good for you, Pedro, for catching that. Yeah, I told Joey next Sunday afternoon I want to come up to his house and ride around Hideaway. I might take this little ripper right here, the Andsky E300. Yeah, I might take the little ripper with me and ride it up to Hideaway Lake. I like that old Ford right there. Looks like my Uncle Marvin's old Ford. Well, we had a big, I guess you'd call it a little get-together at Chaffalaya last night. Me and Susan, Candace, Andrew and Grayson, Mickey, Sharon, Joey, Debbie, Hannah, just a few of us got together. Donald and Melanie come down from Madison, and we had us a little Just had this little family get together there. Donald and him had to come down for a birthday party or something or another. Susan and I got the shrimp platter. And I'm telling you, they big old whopper shrimp too. They like some 16, 20 size shrimp. And me and Susan got the shrimp platter, which was enough shrimp for her and myself. Plus we bought some onion rings, and our bill was $33, y'all. You can't beat that with a stick. And that's at a Chafalaya there by Walmart. Wanted to ask some of y'all a question. I guess it's you'd consider it a technical question, whatever. I've been getting this thing. It's a playback error. Whenever I'm watching videos, I was watching one of the Wyoming rider this morning, just flipping around there before church started. Yeah, and I was watching Wyoming rider was talking about something or another. Well, I went and clicked on his video, and I get this playback error on my screen. I'm gonna put that graphic here on the screen. Y'all look at that. Tell me what you think about that. And I've been getting that on some of my videos here lately. Well, I Googled it and I read, and it said, make sure to update your browser and all this stuff. Oh, I did Windows Update, and I updated all that. Now, sometimes it does it and sometimes it don't. Now, Wyoming Rider had another video there showing some deer. Hey, I clicked on it and I watched it. What a day, y'all, to be out riding the Andsky E300, huh? Everything's blooming. Oh, glory. I think we might ride over by the railroad market there and look around just for me a few minutes. I bet my GoPro's probably got pollen all over it. Let's see how these big old fat tires handle these railroad slags right here. You know, they actually do pretty good. These big old what do you call them, CSD tires? Family putting their bikes out. Fixing to get started with the kids riding bikes there. We'll ride down through here. Looks really pretty and green with all the flowers and everything. Of course, it's going to get greener. But yeah, I hit it real good on this Andsky review because I got the bike in on Monday. And I was able to, and it was raining. When the bike came in, I said, oh Lord, it looks like it's gonna rain for 2 weeks. But no, the sun came out on a Wednesday, and I managed to get the ride in and got that video off to them. And I just told them I would get them a few more pictures because they was looking for pictures on their Amazon page. Y'all look at that old bunch of crows up there on top of that tree. They've been all over in here pecking around over there in that school dumpster there. Get out of here. Anyway, we fixing to ease on down here and do a little sign off right down here by the City Hall. As always, we hope you've enjoyed the video. And yeah, check out the little Andsky E300. I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna put the original review on it that I posted this week. I'm gonna put it at the end video screen there, okay? End screen's gonna have a video of the original review. Yeah, be sure to check that out. The equipment we're using today, we're using the Telson neck mount. and we got the GoPro 10 mounted to it. There's links to all of that in my video description there. We're using the DJI mic, and we're using one of the standalone mics. We don't use the receiver. We're just using the mic as a standalone, mounted up here above our shirt pocket. And as we've already stated, the bike is the Andsky E300. This is the Explorer, and we've done a little bit of exploring today. It's just a beautiful day. It's about 65 degrees. I couldn't think of any place better to be than out on the bike on daylight today. Hey, we'll leave our email down in the bottom of the screen there. If you have any questions about this bike or any other of our affiliate bikes, then yeah, if you got a question about them, send us an email. And last but not least, hey, if you find any value in this video, if you hadn't already, hey, hit that subscribe, reach over there and hit that like, and hit that bell notification. We sit here and we watch Old Glory and the POWMIA flag, and we watch the Mississippi State flag there. And we give them a salute, and we salute you. Thank you for watching.